All right, so this short video is going to be on linear equations. I just want to make sure that you're brushed up on your y equals mx plus b, your slope, which is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Slope is rise over run. Solving for y, graphing a line, just super quick things that you've done since the 7th grade. But you know, like I said, just kind of want to brush up on them. So if I give you something like 2x plus 4y equals 12, and I ask you what is the slope and the y-intercept, and I want you to graph it. So you know that you need to solve for y. You needed to get it into y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract the 2x. And again, if you can do this in your head or move these things in your head, that's fine. Divide by 4 and reduce. So I know my slope is a -1/2 and my y-intercept is a 3. And then to graph it, I know that I go to my y-intercept first. And then my slope is -1/2, which means down 1, right 2. And then draw your line. And the line does not just connect the dots, it goes through the dots because the line goes on forever. If you have a negative slope, your line should be headed down. This is always your y-intercept. You know, again, those are just kind of the super basics. The special cases, like if you have a line that's y equals 5. Well, if you think about y equals mx plus b, the 5 doesn't have the x, so the 5 is the b. So my y-intercept is a 5. My slope is a 0. And you need to not be scared of the number 0. So if I have a y-intercept of 5 and a slope of 0, that just means that it goes straight across. Now, if I have an equation x equals 5, I can't get that into y equals form because I don't even have a y to solve for. But you still need to be able to tell me what his slope and his y-intercept are. And you need to know that it doesn't have anything to do with the 5, that both of these things are undefined. And that this line is a vertical line. So his stuff is undefined, but his graph exists. So just make sure that you know the difference between a y equals, which has a slope of 0 and a y-intercept of whatever the number is, and is a horizontal line, and an x equals, which is a vertical line, and all his stuff is undefined. Let's see. The other thing I want you to be, to make sure you're good with is to be able to find the slope. So if I give you 2 points, and in Math 1, when I teach this, you know, we label all the stuff. At this point, we shouldn't have to do that. But just to remember that the slope is the rise or the fall based on the sign over the run. And so these are my y's and these are my x's. The rise and the fall are your y's and the run is your x's. So when I find my slope, I'm going to do y minus y over x minus x. And that's going to give me -2 over 1, which is a -2. And some of you may be saying, well, in middle school, I learned that you always use the second point first, so that's fine. So if I did this y first, that would be 3 minus 1 over -5 minus a -4, which gives me 2 over -1, which still gives me -2. So, you know, if you think about it, you're finding the slope through these 2 points. So it doesn't matter which point you pick first. The slope through these 2 points is still going to be a -2. Just be consistent. Whatever y you pick first, make sure you pick that x first as well. I also, let's see, want to make sure that you know how to write an equation of a line. So let's see, if I tell you that your slope is, I don't know, 3 over 2, and that we pass through the point 4, -6. So there are 2 equations you can use. You can use y equals mx plus b. And you know that this is your m, and this is your x, and this is your y. So I have all 3 of these guys. So I can plug them all in and find my b. So my y is -6. My m is 3/2. My x is 4. 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract 6. So my equation is y equals 3/2x minus 12. Okay. The other one you can use is point slope form, which is really what we're going to stick with in pre-cal and in calculus. And it's called point slope form because it uses the point and the slope. There's my slope and there's my point. And so you plug all of that information into this and then just solve for y. And we should get the exact same thing. So let's show you that. So let's see, y minus a -6, so y plus 6 equals 3/2 times x minus 4. 3/2x minus, let me 2. That's a 6, subtract the 6. There we go, same thing. So I'm going to be using this in pre-cal and in calculus. So this guy is a wonderful tool if he's not already added to your toolbox. Should go and be added there. So again, that was just a real quick, brief overview over solving and graphing.